How are you going? So the exhaustion is real for so many of us still in lockdown. If you are feeling like you are just yearning to go out and meet your friends, and at the same time you feel like you wouldn't actually have much to give, so you're just exhausted, I hear you. I've been talking to a lot of people this week, and a lot of us are feeling exactly the same. So if this is you, just kind of wrap your arms around yourself, just give yourself a beautiful hug, and literally allow yourself to do a couple of things. One is to just keep receiving, even if you are really bloody weary. It might just be a beautiful piece of chocolate, right? But if you really savor it, you really allow it to give to you, it can literally change that moment and give you the energy you need to move on. I just had a beautiful piece of rose oil chocolate and it is just divine. It's a new brand I've never had before, and I felt like fireworks were coming out of me. It feels amazing. I'm wearing a pair of shorts you can't see right now, but I'm wearing a pair of denim shorts just because. And also allowing yourself to really start to meet up with people, even if it's just via Zoom. See if you can really, maybe there are some groups you can join where you don't have to give much energy. A lot of people are feeling the same way. And even if you're the sort of person that usually has lots of energy, it's really okay if you don't say very much, but you meet up with people locally via Zoom, for example, and you just start to talk to people that are more like-minded. I know that the authorities have talked about certain dates in the UK, and I'm not buying into any of that at all. Because what I've seen is that they just keep changing it. So I'm not going to attach to that as, oh, then I can, start making friends, start living my life. I'm actually going to be living my life now. And I've spoken to quite a few people that are doing that already. Now that might just be living your life online, right? Meeting people, beginning things, getting together with like-minded beings. But it just means that we don't attach and hold on. We understand that you and me, we can actually build the new earth now. We don't have to wait for any outside authority. We can actually begin it. And that's what's going to give us energy. I'm really yearning for much more human contact than I have been getting, even though I'm with my beautiful daughter who's now 20. I can't believe it. And my husband, who I just adore. It's beautiful. But I am wanting my gaggle of girlfriends to hang out with, and I am wanting to just have a laugh and do stuff. And I feel like a lot of us are feeling exactly the same. So, if the thought of ringing up a friend makes you feel tired because you love her, but you don't even have the energy to speak, just start calling the people that you can talk to and just totally be yourself. And you can even say, I don't even want to talk, but do you want to watch TV together? Or do you want to just talk about something else? And what you'll find is you will start to energize. We need people, human beings, we need each other. And I feel like for a lot of us, the thought of not being with each other for another few months is going to make us feel utterly exhausted. So I am curious to know what you are feeling. I have my podcast that came out today on anxiety. If you or anybody else has been feeling anxious, or more so than usual, or maybe relying on the outside stability for your internal stability, listen to that. It allows you to really let your anxiety out and let your safety back in, right? So the fear can dissipate. So that's on Spotify and Apple, and that's the Turn Yourself On podcast. You can search for that. That's often on lots of different platforms that I don't even know. I think Google's got one and what have you. And the other thing is, if you are wanting to really heal your wounds, your childhood trauma, any situation you've got going on that just seems like it hasn't ended, try my shadow intensive. Have a look at it. I'll pop the link below, or if you're listening to this on Instagram, it will be in my bio. That is for you to break situations, break those dynamics, either a situation that's outside of yourself or internally. Often what I find is I see people kind of feeling like they just have to live with their symptoms, or they have to have strategies to deal with anxiety or particular situations that are going on, and not really getting that when we do real healing, the way I classify real healing is that you actually get to the core of it quickly so you can clear it, and you increase your alchemist's muscle. You increase, you are your own alchemist, right? You are your own healer. You get to increase that muscle. And it's something I've been doing for a very long time. And what comes back in is peace, lightness, your energy, your joy, and you get your life back. I've done shadow work for 17 years. Can't believe it. 17 years, my God. I started it when I was a single mum, and it literally hasn't just changed my life then, it's changing my life now. So even though I actually feel exhausted, I this morning met my exhaustion, right? The part of me that's like, just like walking really, really exhaustedly. And she explained to me what I was needing. She explained to me why she was genuinely coming up. She also explained that I needed to make sure I wasn't going to absorb anything from the outside world, because a lot of the outside world is feeling tired and weary and exhausted as well. It's exhausting, right? And I actually feel like my energy's come back. So literally with shadow work, it doesn't matter the outside of you. It doesn't matter a situation that's been going on, whether it's going on for years or not. You can break it. You can clear it completely. And I was watching a video yesterday, I think it was, or today, by a guy called Feel Good. He's great. And he said, literally, he said, you could drop me in the jaws of hell and I would come out smelling of flowers, like this joy. And it's so true. I feel exactly the same way. And I feel that that's because I've been doing all this healing stuff. Like, I feel light, I feel good, I'm exhausted, but feeling better. I actually haven't felt this good in a long, long time. I actually feel like it's working for me, even though, my God, the outside world has been exhausting, because I do shadow work, because I'm actually, doing what I do, which is clearing and healing the dark. I go into the dark to find my light. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. I could be doing lots of talking. But essentially, we've got a lot more power than we realize. And I hope that you understand and realize just how special you are, that because you're here, it means that you are strong enough to deal with all of it. And we've got this. We've absolutely got this. Allow yourself just to, somewhere in you, even if you all feel completely exhausted, all of you feels completely exhausted, there'll be a tiny pinprick in you that knows you're going to be okay, that knows you're going to get through this, and that knows that you are actually going to be flourishing. And you may already be flourishing, but there's a tiny pinprick in you, no matter how bad you feel, that knows you're going to get through this, and that actually it can be a lot better than where you've been. Even if the outside world feels worse, you've grown so wise over this last year that actually you're a lot stronger than you're feeling maybe right now. So we are going to come together, and I feel like the power now is going to be in each other. So lots of love to you wherever you are. Remember how incredible you are, and have a really great week.